Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a Two of Wands to begin. Now, this card is all about, it's called Dominion, right? So it's about everything that's within our control, everything that's within our sphere of influence. And I wonder if this card might be talking about our assessment of that, trying to figure out, maybe on a philosophic level, right? Trying to figure out what things in life we can actually control and which things we kind of just have to let be. Yeah. I also wonder if there is some situation in your life, or maybe a person, or it's a work thing, it's something with friends or family even, where you feel as if you maybe should have control, but you don't, or somebody's challenging that control, or that decision, or that leadership, right? Let's put this into some context. I think we need some context for this one, yeah. Let's see what cards are around it. Ten of Pentacles. You might have a partner, business partner, romantic partner, life partner, and I'm wondering if the two of you are maybe having different ideas of the future, different ideas of what your goals really are in life. Yeah, maybe having different opinions on how to get there. See, now we got that Emperor card. Maybe having differences of opinion on how to get there, but I kind of feel like the difference, or if there is like an argument, it's about what those goals should be, right? Ten of Pentacles, what the kind of final end game is. We've got Art or Temperance. We've got a Four of Pentacles, a Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Ten of Swords. Okay, and then we've got the Queen of Cups and the Moon card. Well, the Moon card right there is very much suggestive of all of this other energy, because it says that we don't know the future. We can't see for certain what is ahead of us. Even a moment in the future is black, is darkness, right? The only thing that we're really aware of is right now, and that's debatable, right? So this idea that we're in some sort of I don't know if we're in like an argument, a conflict, a battle with someone, or maybe even with ourselves or with the universe, right? It could be that we have a very specific idea of what we want the future to be, who we want to be, where we want to be, what we want to be doing. And it could be that circumstances of life are seemingly opposed to you getting this, right? That it seems as if the more you try to work toward this, the more the universe has like different plans, right? So a lot of things I think are happening in your life that are out of your control. Yeah. And it could be other people that they don't seem to really be as committed to this future as you are. Or it could be just that various things happen in the world, in your life, that seem to slow you down, or that seem to be some messages from the universe saying, this isn't what's meant for you, right? I'm not saying if that's true or not, but I feel like that's our perception of things, because things are a struggle right now. You're really having to assert yourself and stick to your decisions, and really it feels like a fight every time you try to get a little bit closer to your goals, right? Now, this isn't saying that your goals are incorrect. It's saying, I think, that we need to reevaluate things. We have the Three of Wands in the future. We've got the Art or Temperance card behind us. It's not that we need to change our goals, but maybe we need to change our approach to the situation, to life in general, and maybe maybe start to think, what is in my control and what is not? The only thing that you can really control are your behaviors, your decisions, your reactions to things, your responses to things. You can't control other people. You can't control natural phenomena, right? So I think it feels like we're getting a little bit upset over things not going our way, but those are things that we can't control. So there's a suggestion here, like, let's just ease back on that, you know? We have the Ten of Swords in the position of the environment. This is maybe, breaking out of this thought process that we've got to have an influence over everything. Okay? Because I think once we get into that mode where we feel like everything is under control and we're like micromanaging the universe is going to show us something very different, right? So we're getting out of that mindset. And I think we're starting to understand with the Two of Wands why we feel the way we feel and what sorts of things we shouldn't try to control. See, we've got that Emperor down below, right? And the Emperor wants to control everything. The Emperor feels like there's nothing in my realm that I don't have a say in, or that I don't have an influence, or that I don't decide. Yeah. And I think we need to not get rid of that. That's good energy. Keep that energy. Blend in some other energy, like we see with the Art or Temperance card, like we see with the water energy here. Let's try to be a little bit more easygoing. Let's let things flow. If it's nothing we can control or influence, if we can't nudge it in the right direction, let's let it flow. Yeah. Because you do have a very particular goal in your life. You have, I think, a very clear vision of what you want. Yeah. And I want to see you achieve this. The universe wants you to achieve this. But we have to perhaps temper our approach to, we gotta learn the balance a little bit, Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. I like to put Pamela's name first. The Pamela Smith Tarot, and we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but, it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this tarot card reading you feel like you know what that card is, or you have a hunch, put it down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. All right. Let's take a look around the room one time and see what we've got. We've got our major arcana here. And see, we start, let's say, with the Emperor, the authority over everything. This is all my domain. This is all my empire, and I can see everything. I know everything that's going on in my empire, and I have an influence. I have a say. My decision is the final decision in all of the land, right? And then the Art or Temperance card is saying, okay, but the universe is going to counter that with a different argument. And that argument is the Moon card, the New Moon card, that says you can't know everything. You can't know anything, really. We can't see beyond the present moment. Everything in the future is darkness. We cannot be 100% sure of anything in life. We can be 99.9999% sure, but we can't know for certain what's going to happen even in an instant from right now. We can't be sure even that the sun is going to rise. We can be fairly certain that in the next 24 hours or so, the sun will rise. But we can't claim to know that with absolute certainty. There is no absolute certainty. So I think that this is really the balance that we're looking for with that Emperor energy. These two together, I think, are what the Art or Temperance card is trying to show you. That we need to realize that. We need to stay in control. You've got this Emperor within you for a reason. Let's keep it. This is really good energy. This is powerful energy, right? But we, I think, have to let go of whatever it is we're trying to force through. Whatever it is we're trying to exert our control over. We're trying to make decisions for everybody, for everything. We're trying to make decisions for, our pets, our plants, our people. And sometimes we just have to move into some of this water energy. And see, what we see over here on the path of the serpent is very different. So we've got fire and a little bit of fire here. And then we start going into some water energy, and even the moon card is a Pisces card. That's some water energy. It's interesting that we have Aries here and then Pisces here. It's like we're a little bit in this Aries energy, and we just need to backtrack a little bit and blend a little bit more with the Pisces energy. Now, I know you're Libra, but we all have these energies in our astrological chart. Okay? I don't know that you have any significant placements in Aries or Pisces or any aspects to the rulers of those signs or anything, but I'm sure you do somewhere, right? Astrology is very complex. Anyway. So we've got our water, we've got a little bit of air, and the air energy is good. It's kind of like, it's the Ten of Swords is almost that card that just says, fine, I won't do it anymore. Just kind of throws down all of the swords and just says, I'm not going to do anything now. So we don't want to go to that other extreme. You tell somebody, hey, stop trying to micromanage, and they wash their hands of the whole thing, and they say, fine, I'm not going to do anything. Well, that's not what I am. We need balance, right? We don't want to go to one extreme or the other. And I think the Ten of Swords is kind of the impulse here to just step back, say, fine, I'm just not going to make any decisions at all, right? That's not the kind of response that we need, I think, in this situation, yeah. Because I can tell what you're trying to do is stabilize your life. You're trying to improve your life for yourself, for your family, friends, your pets, your plants, your people, right? Four of Pentacles up here really wants to stabilize things. The reason why you want to control everything is because you want things to be a certain way. You're trying to improve the quality of life for yourself and your loved ones. And you have a really, I think, detailed vision of how that's going to look. And this is the stability of that. This is you manifesting that, right? Going from fire to earth. It's interesting, too. And we see a 2, a 3, and then we've got both of these 4s. So you really are manifesting this future. This 10 of Pentacles, this is the vision of your best life. You've probably heard me say this before. Get out a sheet of paper, get out a pencil, draw a picture of your best life. Yeah, draw a picture of it. What are the details? What does it look like? If you're like me and you can't draw, make a list. Yeah. But what about the intangibles? What about the abstract things that we want in our best life? Like, what about love? How do you draw love? Right? What does that look like to you? And wealth. This card is all about wealth. You're trying to build wealth. You're trying to build a life that is happy, healthy, and wealthy, and successful. Whatever those words mean to you. And they're going to mean something slightly different to all of us. Okay? But you have this vision. And not only that, but you have the fire energy. You have the will. You've got the creativity. You've got the ideas to manifest this. And the 4 really is this starting to manifest. And this could be you running a household, running a business. This is the life that you are trying to keep on track toward that best life scenario. Yeah, this is the practical arena in which you're making your decisions. This is the realm. This is the empire itself, right? And you're trying, like any good emperor, you're trying to improve the quality of life for the empire. You're trying to raise everybody up, kind of continual success here. And to me, that's a very good goal. That's a wonderful goal. The fact that we have the 3 of Wands here in the future position, this is telling me that you are periodically checking in with spirit. This is the 3 of Wands. It's called virtue. And really, it's about your plan, your will, your desire, your impulse, right? Harmonizing with your beliefs and your values. So this is something that you feel is correct. This is the righteous path. Yeah. And I think we just need to temper our interactions. Yeah. Let's go for a more blended and balanced dynamic with our world, our environment, our universe. it's not about really changing what it is you want, right? It's not about changing your plan, your idea, your soul's desire, your will. It maybe is just about augmenting our dynamics with the universe. Yeah. And that's pretty much what the Art or Temperance card is talking about, that we need a little bit more subtlety. We need a little bit more tact. I think there are elements in your life that aren't responding to your kind of very assertive decision making, right? So the Art or Temperance card says, let's use a different strategy. Let's talk to different people in a way that they will respond to, rather than kind of using the same volume level for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've been feeling lately that you've been getting a little bit less tolerant of nonsense, really. I feel like the antics of others doesn't really amuse you as much as it used to. And I feel like you have a heavy responsibility in your life. You're the one doing a lot of things. And so when other people are goofing off, let's say, or even when the universe is just putting these little minor petty frustrations in your way, you don't think it's funny, right? But maybe we need a little bit of that. Maybe we need to invoke some of this water energy that we see. And maybe we need to laugh about things a little bit more, which I know is difficult to do when we're in a mood. The last thing we want to do is laugh at a joke, right? Because we identify with this mood that we're in. We identify with all this fire energy that we see. And that's kind of the energy that we want to stay in. When you're in fire energy, you don't want to move into water energy. When I'm mad, when I'm frustrated, when I'm like on a rampage, the last thing I want to do is laugh, right? Because once you do, you're out of the rampage, and it sucks because we've already identified with that rampage. So maybe a little bit of laughter is going to be good for you. Yeah. Let's move over to the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything, and it really helps out the channel. I can't believe we're almost at 200K. It seems like just yesterday we started the channel, and that's, to me, that's just unbelievable. And it's because of you, and I really do appreciate you. Okay. 4. The Four of Wands, I think, is the idea of refocusing our attention on those things that we can do, the things that we can accomplish, those things that we do have influence over. Right? Let's complete those tasks. Now, we may not be able to change the weather, so let's just focus on what we can do right now in the house while we're waiting on the weather to change itself, right? While we're waiting on, other people to finish their end of things, or we're waiting for certain other elements in the universe to come together, let's just focus on what we can do. This card is all about, the sphere of your influence. Right? The circle in which you're operating. Yeah. And maybe it is very large. Maybe you have a lot of influence. Maybe you really do have to make decisions in a lot of different areas. Well, let's just focus on those. Right? Let's be aware when we're trying to reach outside of this boundary and we're getting upset at things that we really have no control, no say over. Okay. Because we can really only truly have control over our own thoughts, our own responses, our own actions, our own decisions. Now, we can use those decisions to kind of give instruction to other people, but it's up to them if they're going to listen. They are in control of their own responses. They don't have to listen to you, right? I mean, maybe if they want to keep their job or they, whatever. I don't know if this is a business thing or a family thing. Kind of feels like a family thing, but it feels like there's a kind of a large financial component here. I feel like you're someone that really, at one point in your life, you really valued prayer. Am I right? But I feel as if it's not present right now. Yeah, I feel a lot of this kind of frustrated energy. I think we need to get back to the prayer a little bit, or worship, or adoration, or meditation, whatever it is that you do to connect. Whatever you do really to still yourself, still your mind, still your heart, so that you can connect. Yeah. I feel like we need a little bit of that. Okay. The Ten of Swords. We talked about the Ten of Swords, and this is kind of, it's in the position of the environment, right? So to me, it kind of feels like, in some ways, we just want to throw everything down, right? It's just, we have two 4s, and we have two 10s. Now, the two 10s kind of, it's almost like you have all of this. Let's say you drew the picture. The Ten of Swords is you tearing that picture up into little pieces and saying, forget it. Okay? And we don't want that kind of response. Just like the Four of Pentacles and Wands, this is about you completing tasks that you can complete. Controlling those things, getting things done that are within your sphere of influence, that are within your realm of control, accomplishing them. And that's going to make you feel better because that's going to be progress. Right? That's going to be progress. So we don't want to destroy, we don't want to completely rip up our plans. What we need is a little bit of water. I think the water energy right now is difficult for you. I feel like in some ways we don't want to touch this water because once we do, we feel like we're just going all the way in. So it's just like we get into this kind of more watery emotions, because we can look at the fire and think, well, that's some fiery emotion, right? We don't want to get into the watery emotions because then I feel like we're going to get kind of lost in there a little bit, right? So it could be that we've been trying to avoid really talking about our feelings, really like getting a good view of our feelings. Yeah. This is the Queen of Cups, double water and water. Real depth here. Yeah. So I kind of feel like once the emotions, once you start paying attention to them, you're opening up a can of worms, right? Also, who's the S name in your life? I don't know. I'm getting like a Sam or a Samuel or a, I don't know. It sounds like kind of an S. Almost sounds like an SH name. Yeah. Sean or Sharon, something like this. Yeah. We don't want to go down this road because then it feels like it's going to just really, the waterworks are going to start, you know, that we're not going to be able to like pull ourselves out of this. It's just going to, all the emotions are going to come flooding out. But I feel like this is really the challenge for you. Get in touch with how you're feeling about things. And maybe there is something else going on here. Maybe there's a little bit more in this picture here. We're in this fiery emotional state because maybe that's our response to some more of this watery emotional stuff. You know what I mean? That we're dealing it in a way that makes us more confident, more assertive, more kind of authoritative, and maybe a little bit more frustrated, a little bit more short-tempered. Yeah. And maybe there is something else going on here. Maybe there is a little bit of this fear of the unknown going on. Maybe with the Moon card here, there is this idea that we don't know what the future is going to bring. So if things are, you know, in a very kind of general philosophical way, we have no control over anything. And that's a scary thought. There's a scary thought that just that every moment beyond this moment is just black. Cannot see it, right? And so rather than face that kind of darkness or that kind of fear, we're staying in this Emperor energy. We're trying to control every little thing we can to like hang on to this sense of control and stability. Does that make sense? So I think we need to embrace it a little bit. I almost wish we could get like a Hanged Man card. That's just kind of at least a temporary, maybe an occasional exercise of just letting go. Right? Trusting in the universe. Just immersing ourselves in that fear, in that unknown, and trusting in things. trusting in yourself, trusting in your environment, your people, trusting in the world around you, trusting in the universe. As a temporary exercise, right? Because again, we don't want to go to either extreme. We don't want to control every single thing, but then we also don't want to control, like nothing. Yeah. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Yeah. Let's see what might be going on here. I'm kind of guessing a hanged man for this one, but I don't know. I feel like that's what I want. That's what the cards kind of say would be a great thing to have coming next, but I don't know that this is it. I feel like this is going to be more fire, Also, did someone in your life recently graduate something? Or from a college? I feel like there's a big milestone in life. Maybe not for you, someone close to you. A sibling, another family member, a close friend or something, just graduated something, a college course or maybe a high school graduation or something like that. Maybe coming up fairly soon, in the next couple of months. I feel like there's something like that going on in your life right now, which brings to mind maybe there are other things in your life that are stressing you out. It's not just this life that you're building, that you're working on for your, core group, your family. Or if this is a work thing, then there are family things going on too that are adding to this, right? And maybe we don't have control over the family stuff, so we're exerting more control at work, or vice versa, okay? I feel there's something like that going on there. Well, let's look at the mystery card. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, okay? A four of cups. Well, this is okay. This is at least, we're on the same track here with the water energy. Water, Pisces, water, and then we got a 4 of cups. But it's still this idea that you're sitting there with arms folded. No, I don't want it. You don't want to open up this can of worms. You don't want to drink this water, But I think Spirit is saying, look, trust. This is what you need. This is the medicine that you require right now. Maybe a little bit of laughter. Maybe a little bit of just expressing your emotions. Cry if you gotta. Talk to somebody and tell them why, what it is that, because I feel like the water is what we're avoiding. It's that thing that we don't have control over, that thing that scares us. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's accept this cup. Let's do this. Let's drink the cup, right? And let yourself feel those emotions. And I think it will really balance everything out. Well, what we're going to do now is an extended reading. And if you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's up here. There's also a link down in the video description. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, but I'm here every day. You can come back, see me again tomorrow. Okay. I want you to know, where is that cat? Here, cat came by to see us. The cat here is kind of the channel's emotional support cat, right? It seems like whenever we're talking about kind of heavy stuff or some emotional stuff, the cat likes to show up, So here she is for us now. She's really purring loud today. Not too close to the fire, honey. Anyway, where was I? I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. We thank you and we love you, and we'll see you again very, very soon.